story of this series, there have been many chapters going throughout the year, but the culmination comes here at TI. Will it be a story, Avery, of revenge for Talon, or will it be a story of continued playoff dominance for Team Liquid? His most prolific hero in professional matches. It's everywhere. Nisha actually using the early Q to be able to stop Q and gets them a first blood for Team Liquid.
Not as bad a matchup as it used to be because, of course, you're not playing off Treants. And you have this Treant Morphling lane, which is just a powerhouse of a lane, especially for a Darkseer that doesn't have a melee for to combo with.
Oh, Nisha playing the margins there. He went down to below 10 health against that final hit from Makoto. Makoto's still playing for it. Paragon's going to come in, and he's going to be in a bit of trouble here. Nisha's going to be slapped down as the creeps were underneath his tower. I mean, it's crazy. You're talking about the brick wall hero that is Morphling. I'm looking at this Tide Hunter. I'm looking at a mid lane Kunkka. I mean, these are three different brick wall heroes that just stand in lane and are not that easy to gank, not that easy to kick out of lane. And if your mid lane continues to lose like it's going to, once again, Q snags in that final hit to be able to finish him off. They're going to get the kill on Q in return. Stuck underneath the tower, no problem for these two supports, but the trade-off is so favorable for Talon.
See if he can use this one. I mean, this is another really good Primal Beast room. He has gotten his pick. Double damage with an Ion Shell Surge.
23 here. A certain amount of burst damage. Pops out, double damage, hits him with a stun, grabs him immediately, but he's already morphed into strength. It's too late.
I mean, you have to force him off here. You cannot let 23 sit down here against a double damage Surge Primal.
23 is trying to hold on to its waveform, forced to use it now, and that's when Mickey, who just hit his level 6, is going to pop up, and nobody from Talon rotates over.
Still looking for the levels on Ollie.
Jabs is going to be spotted here. Nisha.
Another power room.
An opening.
They have really given these power rooms away.
Can he get 23? Burst him down. It's done.
Okay.
Jabs comes out of the trees, and now he tried to help 23, but he's only going to be a victim right next to him. Surprise from Liquid. Nisha making these power runes worth everything right now.
And they get the Ravage. On top of everything, they get that ult for free.
And Mickey thought this phase, we killed 2 heroes, it means I could stick around and farm some more. No, Talon will keep the pressure on. Nisha's going to pop out of those trees. They're going to quickly grab him to go growth into the torrent, try and chain these disabled to finish him off, and that's enough. Zai now showing up with a wall. Not very good by itself, but maybe with a little helping hand here from Boxy, they can get something. The Bedlam put onto the Darkseer to help bring down Makoto. That damage is just enough. Make a kill for Boxy, but Zai may pay the price for it, trying to get away with the Spirit Vessel, but it'll take him out. The heals from Insania not delivering in time. Good TP away from Boxy, though. He will keep his kill streak intact.
So Insania could bring up a lot of the damage powerhouse for Liquid going
Nisha lurking, finds him. Q. Now they are going to TP in for this one. Talon is saying this is a fight that we can still take. Makoto is going to be able to grab Boxy. Tried to stop him. Stops the fear very nicely with the X pull back, and Boxy will die for that. Q for Boxy, trade off of 4s, but Boxy was the one with that mega kill streak, so that was a kill worth a lot for Talon.
I mean, you're talking about Talon being happy with the pace, but I do feel like Liquid are just getting more out of the map right now, particularly with the fact that Mickey went back for this Midas, and he's joining all these kills every 60 seconds. Liquid are happy to trade these kills out if it means Mickey gets more XP, more earn charges. He gets to go back to the jungle, not getting ganked because Talon are not making a play of their own, which should be pretty obvious on this map with the extra lane shove you have between Darkseer, Enchantress, and the Primal. And the second they split up, you just go straight back in. And now Talon has to react again.
Yeah, they already used some of their TPs to come down to this bottom lane. There may not be the same kind of reinforcements, but maybe 23 is all you need. Shows up, turns into Primal Beast, and brings down Nisha, chasing after Insania now, who's now in no man's land, goes for a desperate TP out, but the overgrowth is there to stop him. Liquid overextending themselves, thinking they had an opportunity with Makoto being unable to join the fight, but it's quite the opposite. 23 is more than willing to take that engagement.
Abuse them with the lane shove advantage you have right now and get some big core pickoffs. That's going to put you in a nice position because this is a lineup that wants the ball.
TP coming in from Q to help out here. This is not an easy kill. In fact, Mickey is going to be able to make even the odds, 2-2. Zai trying to get away with the Surge while Mickey wants to finish off Q. And now Nisha is going to join in on this party, making a 3-on-2. Makoto, he pops a blade mail. He's pretty tanky. Is he receiving any help, though? Doesn't look like it. Liquid will deliver more numbers. Makoto is forced to use the BKB, the first one of the game. So down to 8-second duration now.
Yeah, not the first BKB he wanted, especially being level 13 already. You know, buys more Midases. Everybody knows this.
10-10 here as we approach the 20-minute marker. Team Liquid, very small lead, 1K, pretty much nothing. They do hold a bit more of the map, and they do have, I guess, the Midas advantage, 1-0.
He's gonna walk into Nisha and casually vote him.
Now Nisha doesn't have a BKB. He's going for that Blade Mail Heart build. The magic damage could control, but the overgrowth, it could not get there in time. Ollie, of course, canceled it, knowing it wasn't going to be there, so that's fine. They still have that objective. That's why they're trying to smoke up and catch more. They seem to be pretty confident about taking a fight right now.
No vote to take this fight, however.
They just burst down the Train Protector, but at the same time, great Ravage. 23 shows up with the Primal Beast form.
Oh,
he got feared rumble, he got feared up, and he couldn't actually stop it. He crack and shells, gets jabs out of there, but he's blocked in by trees. Q is trying to make his own escape, but it's denied by Boxy. But they don't care about Q. They want the big watermelon. They're going to try and burst him into pieces here, gobble him up, and Nisha will take him down.
Oh, Nisha just gets a free fight off of a weird initiation by Talon, just jamming the Morphling into the river. They get stuck in a wall.
It's going to be tough for some of these supports, particularly Q. Might have the roughest time here. 23 uses the waveform here to try and farm this hard camp. Could be in trouble. Run over by Nisha. Try to get him with the fear. He does manage to get off the Shadow Rump. That'll protect him for a serious amount of time. Pops Manta, waveforms away. Great morph there from 23 that keeps him alive and might even be able to get a return kill here. Boxy self-fuels to dispel some of this. Nisha comes charging right in, trying to protect his supports as best as possible, and Jazz may even be trouble. He just does not seem to be tanky enough anymore to deal with the Primal Beast.
And this is before the late game break comes out. So at some point, eventually there's a high chance they get dewarded or Liquid just move through the area.
I is the person without a BKB who's very often alone. Mickey immediately tries to join him, and they say, okay, let's take Mickey instead. The wall goes out trying to help him out. Mickey does do a good job of realitying, trying to get away, but he is just getting deeper in there. 23, though, getting knocked around by Zai, and now Nisha is going to hop in into the mosh pit. He goes, and the pure damage slices down 23 so effectively.
Just can't get anything going in the fights. Liquid playing the map way too well and not giving an even footing to Talon. Continue to struggle here to push in this late game. 10K gold lead almost for Liquid. That Aegis did a lot for them.
And
now
did
you're
see the Ags do very much for the Morphling? I didn't really see it.
I don't even think he did anything with it.
Troublesome for Talon.
Another freebie.
I mean, this is the part that is disgusting about Spectre now, because 60 seconds level 1, but 40 seconds level 3, every fight.
Long range Gush, you have the Torrent Storm and the pullback there.
There's going to be literally wave after wave of Gush and Tidal waves blasting out from Talon.
better be ready. I mean, you also have this Furion Ags that Q picked up. So if you drag Liquid deep into your base, they all get rooted under a Torrent Storm. It's potentially pretty devastating.
It's a fight that you're going to have to play it slow.
Yes, because you can't just commit it into the BKBs here.
Yeah.
It's all about getting these BKBs out early for both teams, honestly. And another pickoff. Mickey just pushing towards a butterfly.
Yeah, our time in Southeast Asia is definitely well prepared us for this moment. Yeah.
I never would have seen it coming. Finally, they smoke. As Talon decide enough is enough. They will not wait for 23's MKB.
Mickey immediately jumps on a jab just like all the times before.
They don't want to go on him though.
Yeah, it is tough to bring down this Spectre. They're trying to get Liquid to overextend perhaps, and Nisha, he'll oblige, jumping right in there. But again, another target they simply don't want to go for.
Trying to bait them in deep for this Ravage, but I mean, jabs, they see.
Oh, he tries to go for the Ravage, but it's not good enough. And now the shots, the rainbow shots out from the Enchantress raining in. Jab's going to be punched to death. Zai, I mean, the damage will eventually come in. It's just a question of who else is going to be joining him in the grave here. Makoto is forced to use the BKB, and they don't have anything to pierce that one. Losing 2 on the side of Talon. They took about 5 steps outside of their base, and it immediately goes all wrong. This is why they were so hesitant to do so before.
No buyback on jabs, no Ravage even if he had it. Should be multiple lanes here for Liquid. Seals are way too tanky.
Liquid have been playing impatient, just waiting for them to make a mistake. When they finally did, they're going to take a lane of barracks. They're going to take even more. Makoto dies now. 23 going to be in some trouble, but the BKB protects him for now. He'll be able to get back to the mountain, but Liquid, you know, they can dive tier 4s and it doesn't matter.
You have to wait for everybody to be up here. I don't know if this game's still going to be going by the time your Kunk goes up.
Yeah, at this rate, the way they keep on losing heroes, it's not going to be a lane of barracks. It's going to be...
Okay, there's some damage.
2, 3.
I mean, this Shadow Realm it does do some work here if 23 can get a full round off.
Yeah, there's the obvious Ag's answer for the Morphling. It's just, how is he going to be able to catch Boxy to turn into this? To get the jump in, he's get those shots from the Shadow Realm. Torrent comes up, backing with Nisha immediately with the follow-up there. This could be the killing blow as they grab that Kunkka, slam him down, but it looks like maybe they're running out a little bit of steam here. Now he's getting pulled in. Nisha still, he held onto his BKB and he's getting out of there. Meanwhile, the buildings are dying on the side of Talon. They can't exchange buildings like this, a full lane of barracks just for a BKB. They gotta get a little bit more. 23 is gonna try and get something for the Eul Scepter. It stops him almost immediately. And the burst damage is just too much for 23.
23 knows he needed something there, and he just gets met with the stone wall that is this Liquid lineup. They have every answer. There's just no room to operate, and yeah, that is a very convincing game one from Liquid here. As was not the fastest game for them in the tournament, but very methodical, right? And I feel like if you look at this game as a whole, it's just Zai. It's Zai with an incredibly free laning phase on a Darkseer. He doesn't have the greatest combos to play off of, but it almost doesn't matter. The Grease pipe timing is way too strong.
And then when she has like her BKB, so on, they can just Manta, they can just fight and ball and take towers.
Storm is so good here.
I want to see Storm real bad. Yeah.
Good work. Stormsphere is going to be that last pickup.
You're just trying to scale, right? You have Phoenix, Zeus, Shaker, Terrorblade. It's all about the late game team fights here. You're going to be a powerhouse if you get there. At the same time, Liquid, they have a lot to combat that team fight with displacement with the Tuskar, and if you give them a first blood again...
The second first blood of the series going to Liquid once again.
Or fresher Kaya build-up, sure. You know, there's not a lot of Zeus's going the Manta Lightning hands. I'll man up and be open about it. Now, is that correct? I don't know, but yeah.
Oh, rotation from Q surprises Nisha. Really nicely planned out TP there.
Instant bottle refill. So Nisha has massive resource advantage on Makoto here, but he's arcane bootsing up. I mean, this is a contest for sure, or at least you're going to get the 50-50 and DD top. Really nice news for Talon. That is a rune that Nisha really needed here.
Nisha's gonna fight for this one. Thundergod's Wrath bursts down the Tusk, and looks like Insania's gonna be in trouble as well. They only need a couple more hits, and they will easily get back. Makoto walks away, hops away with the double kill.
I mean, these lineups can be slow, but if you get support levels, they pick up a lot of pace and nice Fisher cancel.
Oh, things are beginning to turn badly now. Now, he does have a lot of stick charges and a Lotus, but against this many heroes, they rotated so much on the side of Liquid into mid that Mickey has no help, and there was even 23 coming through the portal to make sure the Luna's gonna die.
He doesn't have a lot to fall back on. There's no Ancient XP, and then you get that Wisdom Rune denied. It's like the cherry on top here. You have a lot more breathing room in this game for Talon to get these supports to their ults. And play around Makoto, who's
giving Nisha absolutely nothing for free.
Yeah, who's hunting who in this game?
They're going to jump on Makoto here for the slowdown attack speed plus a beautiful Fisher. They do have the Dawnbreaker though, and that's going to be the extra bit of help that they need to be able to burst down Makoto. Nisha commits. Can he finish him? They do. Zai managed to bring him down, but Nisha's going to have to give up his life for that one, and Jabs is on cleanup right now. 2 kills already. Look to chase after Zai, but Mickey does manage to like dissuade Talon from keeping that aggression going.
Just jam the levels into you on your side of the map, especially into Dawn ult, where the counter initiation is a way Liquid can come back. So you're not on some crazy clock here for Liquid. It's just, that was not the start you were hoping for. And you're still looking for some action here. Only 3 kills in 11 minutes.
Jabs. He's been playing so forward in this lane. Dude, they're going to bring 4 heroes to bring him down. Team Liquid, they really wanted to get this punish on Jabs, and they do get it. It cost them quite a lot, though, in some ways.
But you have to make these kind of moves to get Boxy in the game, right? Otherwise, this Tusk is just sitting level 4 forever. He's way too important to your lineup. I will say that the aggressive component of the Luna Shard in this game is not amazing in the early game. Maybe in the late game, like, if you can get on top of the Bristle and you hit him with it, but Terrorblade is not going to be on top of you. He's going to reflect you, hit you far. Zeus is nowhere close to you. The Phoenix Shaker are nowhere close, right? So it's pretty much only for survivability. I feel like it's not that great early in this game for Mickey. I think you just go better survivability items. Like, you really want Butterfly or Satanic or some sort of timing like this to fight into the TV Zeus.
It looks like he's gone through that same thought process as his build has changed, but he's going to be caught. Q revealing himself with a Blink Dagger. Jabs, he'll die at the same time. So the teams were making moves on both sides. 4-man gank kills the Bristleback and kills the Luna. Nisha will sneak away Wisdom Rune before the rotation can come from Talon.
I mean, that is a weird position for Mickey to be in alone, right?
Yeah.
Just walk up mid lane, you get Echo Slam. Maybe not expecting the blink to be this fast, but it was Brown Boots rushed by Q.
Quick Sunder, and the burst damage, it comes in. They collect pretty quickly on that one, but 23 is committed heavily to be able to finish off this tower. Might pay the ultimate price for it as Boxy gets him down. Tag team, that's pretty easy. Boxy's going to be left behind, though, as the punch finally comes through. But double kill for Makoto. Was that worth it for 23 to stick around like that?
I mean, no, but it feels good for his team. But it is great for Q, and if we've seen Talon do anything, it's off the back of their 4, right? When Q has a good game and he's rolling, everything just starts to flow for this team.
Yeah.
And this fast blink has paid off very swiftly here.
Yeah, because he was thinking about getting the arcane boots at some point in time. I remember very early on, he had the 900 gold. I was like, yep, he's going to go for it, but he went for the fast blink, got a kill. Now, he can maybe help Ollie. No. That's just enough burst. And this is the combo we should be seeing a lot from Liquid right here. Storms here in Ancient Apparition helps out a lot to be able to land that Ice Blast.
Even have Max Snowball throwing some more magic damage on the amp. Max Vortex is going to do some work here, and they're still looking.
Can they control him enough? Easily. Burst him down. Jabs. Dawnbreaker coming in for an extra stun. The extra bit of burst damage required as well. 2 down as successful moves from Liquid begin to ramp up.
All those support levels they were lacking come in, and now they're just straight up ahead with level 9s. Liquid finding the opening here. Big pickup's going to give him a lot of momentum and pushing towards a pretty decent mid-game timing on these 3 cores if you can get to some early BKBs, which is what they're eyeing. Because there's, again, very limited control on the side of Talon to deal with that double, triple BKB timing playing the Luna objectives game. What happens if Liquid just decide to start forcing Roshan in buildings with some spell immunity? Not a lot to throw into it, right? Jabs just needs to be strong enough that he can frontline and waste the duration. And so far, Jabs is the one continuing to get punished.
Yeah, he's plummeted down the network chart. He is
4 deaths will do that.
way far behind everybody else.
Yeah, he's not had a huge amount of ancient stacks because the supports have been active around mid for Talon, prioritizing Makoto. His lane was pretty rough. I mean, Mickey had first blood and it's a Luna lane. And he's just the one getting hunted right now.
Yeah, this is going to be the second time he's going to be ganked around his tier 1 tower bottom lane. And the TPs will come far too late to get the punish.
Liquid have identified the weak point in Talon right now. It is Jabs, and they are continuing to exploit it. A 5th death for the Bristleback. Just no front line in sight. He still doesn't have that Ags. It's going to shift more weight to Q and Makoto to find some pickoff.
Thundergod's Wrath is going to reveal the 2 supports. They quickly go for the Tusk kill, see if they can burst him before the Snowball. Not quite good enough. That's going to delay this kill just a tad bit. As a result, Insania will be able to go home free. Manta Illusion's going to be pushing down all these lanes. He also just picked up the shard. Jab's going to be caught here, pulled back in. Again, the double global ultimates putting to use every single time they're thinking about this Bristleback kill. They are just not letting this hero get off the ground, not letting him get to this Aghanim Scepter.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, that just means it's all the more important for Team Liquid to be setting the tempo, getting the initiation, and they're going to get some information here. Talon inside the pit, 3 of them caught in this Ice Blast, but it's only Nisha who's nearby. They go for the Zeus. They found an opening here. Boxy scouted out Makoto alone, and Talon, with the rest of them low like that, no way they can complete the Roshan.
Aegis half duration. This is a Scotty meta timing for 23. You let Liquid go here, you are conceding Roshan.
And Q was looking for an opening somewhere here. Looks like with the Fissure, they might be able to finish off Insania without committing much.
Couldn't get the blink off. This is normally when I think you'd be looking to force the fight.
Well, a great win for Talon then is taking an Aegis into the hands of 23 Savage.
Can you find an initiation on the map right now if you're Talon? Because you really wanted to, and instead it's Boxy almost Makoto.
Oh, Makoto. Somehow ships in the night just passing right on past Boxy, who, again, they are hunting Makoto when they get the opportunity, but now it's Boxy who has been spotted by Makoto instead, and likely going to be dying inside of this Nimbus field.
I think Liquid are fine with that because they have the Storm. So you just jump in with Storm. If you ever get to an Ags and you get this AoE Vortex with a BKB Storm going in, there's no real counterplay. If you ever catch 2 or 3, you're just going to gobble them up with the Dawnbreaker coming in, with all the minus armors, eyes building especially. It's not amazing versus the Terrorblade, but it shreds everybody else here. Deso into AC for the Dawnbreaker. Tag team over all of it. I mean, you're going to disappear. And 23 decides a minute left on this Aegis is enough to go high ground. This is an aggressive high ground.
I like this. I mean, honestly, keep Team Liquid honest. They're trying to push down your tier 2. You've already taken the tier 2. Let's put some damage onto that tier 3. Nisha sticks around, finishes off finally, but guess what? Your tier 3 is now dead.
I mean, how much do you want to push this? How much do you want to try and set up on the other
really
side?
giving this up?
Yeah, this is a lot of space Liquid's giving them.
They're finally going to start coming back, but maybe it's a bit too late for this range barracks to survive.
3 racks for 23.
And he's still halfway through his meta.
Oh, Mickey's just going in with the Silverhead.
Trying to get a little bit of scouting, but Q, who they wanted, managed to get the TP away. They do have the Dawnbreaker ultimate. They all managed to hop out of it, so no chance there. 23 is beating back Mickey. Nisha goes for the kill onto Q, diving with his BKB. Actually, the last second of the stun, not quite good enough. Still, though, Talon are retreating successfully, even if it is a 1 for 2. They don't get caught too much here. They've walked away with a kill on the carry.
Look at the ward. Boxy sees everything right now.
Gets the punch up in the air, quickly bursts down Ollie with Zai coming through. A beautiful hit from the stun and getting good damage in, but the BKB just came in from 23. Savage got stunned up though. He's going to be maybe losing his first life. He pops it now. BKB trying to commit to the kill onto Zai, and he barely gets it, but there it is. The life goes down. Zai's going to walk away. Now he doesn't have a BKB on his second life. This is bad for 23. Bad for Talon. If they could have gotten away, but Team Liquid will not let them escape.
Boxy just plays the long game and reaps all the reward here. I mean, maybe there's a reason they've been very successful all year, you know?
Yeah, wait, somebody would shut the hell up, Mickey.
Yeah, maybe. Where's our carry, guys? That would have been the comment for sure. Boxy leading the charge off the smoke.
He's going to break some smokes, and that gives an opportunity for the jump in from Nisha, but they pop their BKB on Jabs. They didn't quite finish up the initiation onto the Earthshaker. Maybe they do get him. Pull him back in. Once again, Dawnbreaker comes in, finish off the job. Zai goes for the kill, and he'll bring down Q. They can't do anything about these BKBs. They're trying to draw it out, but oh, Ollie's going to join him. In the afterlife, just too much burst damage. Now they pursue. Without the support there, they're feeling okay about this, but they've lost Boxy. Perhaps too aggressive.
That was a little deep, because you could have gone a survivability item here if you're 23. You could have gone something like Satanic, even into the A blast. It's not really been hitting you.
But they got it. Oh, Jeff picked up the Aegis. 23 isn't going to have that extra life. Is he going to be fine, though? Mickey tries to get in there with a BKB, but he... Oh, the Satanic! Oh, way, Mickey! He managed to push through both of those heroes, 1 versus 2, and the rest of Talon are crumpling to the initiation of the Storm Sphere. The Go's going to try and get away, but remember, this was an all-in. They took away the Aegis. That means 23 can't join in this fight. They buy back, but for what? The supports will not have cores join them in this second part of the fight, and they're just going to be hunted down now. Diebacks on the side of Talon. Oh no, Talon, what have you done?
Bristle head up.
You could see Mickey was pushing forward there.
Yeah, I mean,
he wanted to hit tier 4s.
You know there's no meta.
Yeah, he just picked up that MKB. You could probably guess at least no meta, but maybe no buyback.
That is not a man fight that 23 expected to lose. He picks up this MKB to win that. He said it goes horribly wrong. You just might get mega here. 7 seconds on the Terrorblade. No shaker for 20. This is the power of Luna. You break these tier 3s, it opens up everything.
They might have to throw some bodies in there. It's not looking great. Jabs, he just has to do something about this. Mickey's going to take Megas, otherwise he gets the BK. Gets out. He's fine.
Everything and more as Mickey makes up for that team fight earlier and clears through the entirety of Talon's base.
Been in a couple positions. Megas on a TA.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Liquid, no stranger to a Megas game, and they'll find, lo and behold,
first down of Jabs. He's been a target for Liquid this entire game. These constant pickoffs. And they only need 1 pickoff to really open up the door to hitting these tier 4s. Particularly scary against Luna. Gets these bouncing glaives. Getting the chainsaw a little bit. BKB immediately has to be used by 23, but he cannot hold anybody in place. BKB meta and a buyback from Jabs. Liquid just got away with so much there. Jabs used his buyback earlier.
I mean, number 10 for him would be a death sentence here.
BK gets close, pops the break. He gets up the BKB, though. This time around, the Fisher is really nice. He has on to 2. They're going to turn around, try and deal with the Supernova. Mickey's hitting it. He's able to get it while they've also finished off the Terrorblade. No Thunder opportunity. They pop the cheese on Jabs, but without a Terrorblade, there's really nothing left for Talon. They're going to call it here. GG. Team Liquid continuing to have Talon's number in playoff series. get yet another victory.
And that was one of the more dominant ones of the year, really. Like, this game, too, especially, it looked a little shaky in some of those fights for Mickey, but looking at these net worths, the way Liquid were playing the map, they were just getting so much more out of these periods. And there's just no momentum being built up from Talon in this series. It felt very slow, very clunky, and you got to feel for the supports in this game, too, right? Nisha just had their number the entire time.